felt like the book was like loving us and like saying, it's okay, you feel like that, so we'll let you be it.
What about South Africa inspired you to write Lulu is a Rhinoceros?
Well, I work with an organization called VetPaw. It's Veterans Empowered to Protect African Wildlife. And this is a group of U.S. military veterans who are in Africa arresting poachers, breaking up poaching rings, saving the rhinos and the elephants, and training the African park rangers in U.S. military tactics so that they themselves can avoid being killed in this terrible fight that's going on down there.
And you do this in your spare time,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. So I was there, and I always say this when I do readings for kids. So I was down in South Africa with the guys on the ground, and I got to get up close and personal with rhinos. And it was just an unbelievable experience. They're like dinosaurs mixed with dogs. I mean, they're just like, they're these big, friendly, beautiful, gray, giant dogs. But, you know, but they're critically endangered because of poaching. And so I came back, and I was on the couch with Lulu, my bulldog, and I was telling her about the trip, and come on, don't look at me like that. You talk to your dogs, too. Or cats. And I came back, and so I'm sitting there talking to Lulu, telling her about the trip, and she looks me right in the eye, Doc, and she says, well, I'm a rhinoceros, too. I said, what are you talking about? You're obviously a dog. You're small and furry, and you're on my couch. And she looks me back in the eye, and she says, well, can't you see I have short legs, a big body, and a flat head. I only run fast for short distances, and I'm clumsy. And she says, and I burp and snore and fart like a rhino. I'm a rhino. So I said, well, in that case, let's tell the story. So I thought, Doc, if we could create a little hero for kids who feel left out, put down, or bullied because the way they look, the way they feel, or the way they are, let's do that. And that's what we set out to do.
Well, and that's really the message. And is when kids read this, and I've listened to kids that have read it, and I really think that Sophie Corrigan, who has illustrated this book, has made all the characters in the book so approachable and so relatable that, you know, kids really feel close to them. And when you see Lulu and some of her predicaments and stuff here, they really relate to it. And if they feel different, if they feel set aside, and if they look in the mirror, which is, you know, the real key, they look in the mirror and feel different than what they see, this is something that they can relate to and see in their minds, and it can be very cathartic for them to experience this. You heard the 7-year-old saying, you know, I feel love in the book and think the book loves me, and that's exactly what you're looking for, right?
No, that's exactly right, and it's been such a satisfying experience. I never could have expected it. I didn't know what to think, but the fact is I enlisted the help of my daughter, Allison, because she's an actual writer. I'm not a writer. What do I know about writing children's books? Nothing. I just had this idea. And so Allison helped me write the book, and then this wonderful, wonderful illustrator, Sophie Corrigan, who is working on her own books. Not Bad Animals is one of them, where she teaches kids about animals that are not bad, that we all think are dangerous or whatever. Sophie was really sort of a godsend, and working with my daughter was such a thrill. And now, of course, here we are on Dr. Phil talking about the book. I mean, who knew?
Yeah,
it's
who
amazing.
Knew? Well, listen, the book is Lulu is a Rhino, and everybody take a really good look at it, because it would be so great to give this to your kids. Just put it under the tree, put it in their stocking or whatever, because it's something they'll read over and over, and it's got a great message. I highly recommend it. I psychologically endorse it, and the message, I think it is great. So,
and we have a surprise, right?
I'm handling this.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I may not get a return invite after that one.
I'm handling this. I want to say thank you to all my guests today, especially my former good friend, Jason Flom. Make sure to get